What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. So this morning, I decided that I was going to do a Willy Wonka to kick off the weekend. Somebody said, hey, why don't we end the weekend, kick off the weekend with a Willy Wonka? And I said, you know what? Sounds like a great idea. I know everybody's at work. Can't wait for tomorrow. Can't wait for clock out time, whatever that is today. And they want to have a good time. And so West is always a great time. So let's get to it. So damn loud.
Don't you mistake my
He didn't start with a scream. He did not start with a scream, and he is not in the trailer park today. Well, all right, Wes. Yeah. Let's get back to it.
reflection for glorification and
Oh my God, but look at the hair. And there goes a scream, and there goes a weird face to stop on. Let's ponder that for a minute. The hair. I'm glad this time he didn't cut the top of his head off on the video. Great job, Wes.
don't you glorify that life. There's no love in the penitentiary. None. The second after you put your work in for your people, everybody's just like, oh, well, he's fucked. There is respect, but everybody knows you're done. You're gone, and nobody talks about you no more. The only respect and the only love.
So according to Wes, whenever you put in some work on the yard, nobody ever talks about you again. Let's remember that.
It's for self that you put in your work, and you're not that dude walking around who didn't play his part. That's the only reason I would always raise my hand, is because I felt awkward if I didn't play my part. I don't care. I knew I was.
I think that's why nobody says they've done time with him, and nobody says they know him, because he put in so much work that nobody ever talked about him. Wow, this guy's deep.
Always a general from the gate.
He was always a general from the gate. Now, remember, let's go back to a couple days ago. What is it? Was it this Wednesday they just passed, or the one before, where he said his Sally was pimping his lady or his wife, and that he wasn't okay with it. The general was not okay with it, but he did nothing about it. He's a great general.
But this is a militant lifestyle, and there is ranks. So I had to rise.
There's no way. Hold on.
Just like everybody else.
There's ranks. The fuck is he in the Boy Scouts? What fucking ranks? I need somebody. I need a Wood to fill me in. He says he's a Wood. He's definitely not a Skin. He says he's a Wood. What rankings do you guys have? I've done a lot of time. Never heard of rankings. Not even within the legends of the whites have I ever heard of a ranking system. But the general here has hopefully he breaks down the ranking system. Let's see.
I knew I was going to be the top. I always have been, because I just have that commitment and that love for my people. But you're going to have to rise through the ranks. This is a militant lifestyle, and being militant as it is, that means what?
What?
There's fall guys. There's infantry. There's people whose lives are thrown away.
So there's the rankings are fall guys and infantry and one general. Fall guys and infantry. This dude, like, when he was making these stupid ass videos, did he think nobody else that had done time would ever see him? The convicts will never see this shit. This is for the weak-minded guys. He's been working you weak-minded guys. I'm sorry, but since you guys like to be talked bad to, you are some stupid ass people. There you go. And I did it for free. You didn't have to pay me $3,000 to tell you whatever you're going through in your life, that guy isn't going to help you. You can help his pockets, but he's not going to help you. And for those of you that watch something of his and then something positive happened in your life, that's a placebo effect. You did it. He didn't do it. You did it. But the general speaking, and I probably should not have interrupted it, because he's probably going to send a lot of infantry and fall guys after me. Do the fall guys trip a lot, or what's, hopefully we get to the bottom of this.
For the greater good of the whole. So you have to understand this when you're rolling the dice and you're about to enter the California prison system. Okay. It's numbers, drugs, and weapons, violence. This is the penitentiary.
Numbers, weapons, drugs, and violence. Numbers, weapons, drugs, and violence. Okay, let me try to remember that.
You don't know the rage someone feels when they're fronted on by somebody else, and you know that when them cell doors crack, you're going to have to book each other. This is a crazy amount of just massive adrenaline flow that comes from within. I mean, these people come in, they come in weak, undereducated, and feeling threatened by the whole system, and they leave massively violent. We're talking 17-year-old kids that come in with 17 years. I talked to one of my boys today who just got out, who was just in that same situation.
Sure. How many, show of hands, how many of you guys believe that he talked to his boy that day? The general.
They're looking for validation. In a militant lifestyle, your rankings, your badging, that's just extreme validation seeking. It can be.
White men, please. Can somebody DM me and through my IG and send me a picture of the badges you got? What badge did you earn? I swear this dude is a Boy Scout. Rankings and badges now. So I wonder, like, is it because, you know, like out here, if a Boy Scout walks an elderly person across the street, I think they get a badge for that. So if you carry somebody's canteen for them, or in Wes's, in the general's scenario, if he puts something of some that belonged to somebody else in his butthole, what badge is that? It's probably a brown badge, though. We know that.
Be good or bad, depending on how you see the whole spectrum of the situation.
Calm down, spectrum.
We never want to get ourselves in the position to be put up against this. The drugs operate the whole system. The numbers instill that everybody stays in line, and the numbers are pushed by violence.
The numbers are pushed by violence. So let me get this straight. If you are very violent and there's only 10 of you on the yard, if you're more violent, do 30 appear out of nowhere, thin air? I don't know about that, Wes. I want you to go over there and slap that woman that was just jogging by and see if 2 of you appear. What the fuck? Calm down, Dubs. That was very disrespectful. Wait for an elderly man to go by. You can win those 2 fights. The general is on point today. From now on, he's the general, right? That's what we're gonna. General Wesley Watson, General Skinny Hands, General Dainty Digits. That's his name.
You're not gonna get away with what you think you're gonna get away with on the street. The second you're slipping, you get booked. The homeboy demon and the homeboy lefty, they stabbed this dude in the Sally Port about.
Demon and lefty, man. He said a while back that anybody that mentions names in a YouTube video is a fucking rat. Oh my God, he didn't mean to mention your names, eh? He just felt like being a rat for a second, but he'll snap out of it in a second. Hold on, let's see how highly he talks about you guys. Remember, if you put in work, nobody ever talks about you again. You guys put in work. And he's telling on you right here. He's talking about you. It's always so confusing.
30 fucking times because they thought it was going to bring them to a certain rank in the system. All they did was get hit with a shitload of time, get scared, tell on like 10 people and lock that shit up. Do you think they regret it or not?
So they told on 10 people after they stabbed the dog shit out of somebody. Did that get them out of their case? Because it doesn't work like that. It just doesn't. What did they tell on the 10 people about? Am I tripping, or is that tree right there laying on its side? It's ducking from west. It heard what the general's here. All the trees are whispering to each other. The general's here. The general. Which general? General Dainty Digits. And they're like, holy shit. There's no birds flying, nothing. I think that woman that was going by wasn't really jogging. She heard that the general was there and took off running. This dude's a legend.
Do you think they regret that shit? I honestly learned to not regret anything I've gone through in life. But in that moment, when they're telling you you're washed, your life is over, what are you going to do?
Well, I think they knew it before that. I mean, anybody, I know West never put in no work. He got in one fight in prison. But when you pick up a knife in prison, you know you could be killed or get sent to death row. And you like, were they like, was it a surprise? What was it like? I don't think anybody's surprised. Come on, General, step it up.
Are you going to bitch up, or are you going to take that fucking time? You read my paperwork, I took that time. Do I regret it? Obviously not. I did it right. But there's no right scenario when you're doing a decade plus, when you're doing a stretch.
You didn't get sentenced to a decade. You didn't do even 8 years. Stop with we're like 1 year, 1 day behind the walls can be stretched into a life sentence. It's very dangerous. The problem, because people are like, oh, you say 10 years isn't shit, but then you talk shit. People don't get what I talk about. A day behind the walls can be, that's it. You never get out. Anything can happen. My issue is with a person that wasn't sentenced to 10 years, was sentenced to less than 10 years, always talking about doing 10 years. And he is General Guru. We got to hold him accountable, right? You are General Guru. Oh.
In the penitentiary. The only right scenario is to constantly follow your conscience to get the best outcome for everybody possible in this situation. And some of these times it's going to be miscued. It's going to be unclear, like in life. So following your conscience, letting your conscience be your guide, and truly meaning to help people over hurt them. It seems ridiculous when I'm talking about such a violent situation.
You know, it really does seem ridiculous. You're right. I actually started laughing without even pausing, because I was just like, they're laughing too. Let your conscience be your guide. Calm down, Kamala Harris. You need to stop it. Hey, but you know what? He's not adjusting his sunglasses a lot today. He's really focused. Good job, General.
But there is a fine line. And there is times where you're going to have to just fucking raise your fucking hand and put in the work for your people.
Mm-hmm.
Watching the drugs wash people's lives up, watching the pain it causes their family, watching these motherfuckers beg their...
I heard the first part and I agree. You know, yeah, you see, you know, people get washed up over dope, but how do you watch the pain it causes their family? I understand you're trying to paint a picture, General, but you're using crayons and we're looking for a masterpiece, big dog. Stick to the coloring book, General. General. Yeah, I want to talk
family for extra money they don't need for dope, when their family's struggling on the street. This is the stuff that changes someone's character from within. When you truly see this for how fucking weak it is on a blasted ass supposed tough motherfucker, you get to really realize what all this shit's built about. It's built about selfishness. If you really want to operate at a high level, if you want to raise your frequency in life, if you want to draw in the correct people that are supposed to be in your life.
He's going to say keister everything you see. You think that's what you see? If you want to better your position in life, just put everything you see, everything in arm's distance, just put it in your butt. I swear, if he says that, I'm not watching no more. pretty sure he's gonna say it because he's always saying shit like that. Let's see what's gonna say.
You have to work in a selfless manner.
Oh, I was wrong. My bad, you guys.
And in all reality, once I got into power in the system,
oh shit,
people knew I cared, so they fucking listened to me more. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
People don't give a fuck about you or how much you care in there. They need to know what you like. This is an intelligent dude. Or you know what? This Valto's a fucking idiot. How the fuck did he get this position? Now we're gonna have to knock him down. That's what really goes on. Not a Sally A. Hey, you know the general really fucking cares, man. Really, bro? Does he? Yeah. You know, I owe $5,000 on the yard and he gave me a hug. Really, bro? Well, fuck, I only owe 3,000. I got 2,000 more I can owe? Yeah, because he cares. Fucking caring ass dude.
And I would sit down with them. I would tell them, you're gonna put this fucking work in. You're gonna go to yard. You're gonna do this shit I ask you. But I'm gonna give you the safest route, and I'm gonna explain to you why it's the safest route.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you to limit your vices so that you don't end up in a bad situation. I'm gonna personally make sure that you're not fucking with dope. You're not working with the wrong people. You're not slipping on your program. I'm going to go out of my way to put myself in harm's way to make sure you don't get all of us in a crazy situation. This is militant lifestyle at the finest, at the highest degree, at its finest. This is the penitentiary.
I've had enough. Oh my God. There's still fucking 4 minutes and some change to go. This one's too weird. I don't think I can take much more of the general. Fuck. I'm going to go a little bit longer, but I've had enough of the general. I really have.
Fools die every fucking day. Fools get whacked every day. It's such a common occurrence that you see someone get booked and you're like, fuck, man, now I just got to lay down on the ground for 4 hours in the sun. You don't even care that fool's life is done. He's going to some other yard. He's not even going to talk to his family for fucking weeks.
Who's not going to talk to their family for weeks? The shooters? Or he's not? He's talking. He cares about the victims too. He's a fucking sweetheart, man. The general, man, fucking dude, Hugs for thugs, General Hugs for Thugs. That's his other name. He got a lot of names.
He's going through all the drama of not knowing what happened, if he could be good again. Good meaning if he has to go PC, whatever the fuck. Sometimes it's not so clear. People can come back from a dope debt. Sometimes they can't. Sometimes they get removed because they've charged up too many debts. They've been too detrimental to their race. And it's just too much. They get removed. They're no good no more. They're not allowed back. And sometimes these are bad fucking calls. I talked about when Spider got whacked in an earlier video. That was a whole.
Why did you talk about that? Did you whack him? Like, General, why are you talking about that dude's business? He has a family. They're probably worried about him.
Horrible call. He had to sit in the back until he got the word from the big homeboys that he was good to come back again with a massive slash mark down his fucking face. This means in the system, in Cali's system, that you're a fucking chomo.
Okay, for those of you that missed it, I did a little over 24 years straight. And I never heard of that. Again, white men that have done time in California, can you guys clarify that for me? I know of whacking somebody in the face, meaning they're a rat, especially if you cut them near the face, in the mouth. Never heard this, that you cut somebody across the face and it means they're a chomo. Interesting.
You're a rapist. You're a piece of shit. You got fucking trademarked. You come in with that fucking charge because you were 19 and your chick was 17 and they gave you that statutory charge. You better believe you're fucked. You can't explain.
Are you gonna tell us why the other hit the guy? Because this is weird. You said there was a fucked up bad call on the dude, but now you're bringing up chomo shit, and you're saying he got hit in the face. Did you forget that you said it was a bad call? Now you're saying you can't get out of this type of shit, and you said a guy's name. Luckily, you didn't say a city, but you're putting this weirdo shit on him. Come on, General.
Explain that. Motherfuckers, like I've said before, with the indecent exposure acts, everything like that is going to lead to a fucking horrible existence. And I'm just saying, it's numbers, drugs, and violence in the pen. That's it. There's no love, because everyone wants to say we're brothers, we're fighting towards this ultimate thing, but in the end, they don't remember your fucking name. Nobody fucking has your back when you go away. Fools do talk good about you. There's a small fucking handful that'll actually...
Wait a minute. You said if you put in work, they will never talk about you. Now fools will talk about you. I don't think I could do any more, you guys. I did what I could. I'm exhausted. He gave me indigestion. You see that? I couldn't stop burping for a second. I'm allergic to bullshit. Anyways, let's get this fucking vein off the damn screen. Get out of here, vein. Gee, God, that was amazing, man. General Hug a Thug. That's General Hug a Thug, man. Great. He did a great job. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the Willy Wonka Friday. Hopefully it sets you on your weekend in a great mind state. Do me a favor and like the video, leave a comment, man. And everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out.